is going on, everybody? This is Trudger MC, and today we are back at it again with looking at some favorite figures of mine. Today we are looking at the top 10 modern McFarlane figures, and what I mean by modern McFarlane figures is basically the stuff that they started making around 2019, 2020, like the 7-inch scale, 22 points of articulation, like those kinds of things. So we're going to be looking at my top 10 list of those. I already went over my top 10 list of my favorite DC figures of theirs. Today we're just kind of gonna look at all of them, so like my top 10 out of everything. So some of these will be DC, so you'll recognize them if you saw my favorite DC list. But coming in at number 10, we have the Riddler from the Batman movie. And for whatever reason, this guy's display stand does not like to stay on his foot. But yeah, if you saw my video of going over my favorite DC figures that McFarlane has made, then you would know that I like this guy just because he works really well as a henchman character. Because, I don't know if you have seen the movie or if you remember, but at the end, Batman goes up against a whole bunch of guys that look exactly like this. So you could make the argument of, this isn't actually, Edward Nashton or Edward Nygma. This is just some guy working for him. And you could have, like, a whole army of these guys and Batman taking them all out. And so I think that's cool that they actually have, like, a henchman figure while still being an accurate movie figure. So that's why he is in the top 10. He is my number 10 pick. Now, my number 9 pick, we have another DC figure. I told you that there's going to be a lot of them. We have the Three Jokers Red Hood. And like I said in my favorite DC video, this is my favorite design for Red Hood, and I think that he can be put into some really fun poses. No, he didn't come with these firearms here. Those are from the accessory pack, but I really like this pose of him. It gives me kind of like Devil May Cry vibes. I don't know if anyone else kind of thinks that, but yeah, I really like this figure. This was my first Red Hood, if I remember correctly, and I did find him at an antique store, which I thought was really weird, but regardless, I think that he's really fun, really cool. And I should probably review him at some point, shouldn't I? So, yeah, I'll review him at some point. But, yeah, so Three Jokers Red Hood is my number 9 pick. Then coming in at number 8, we have my favorite Batman figure, and that is the Batman and Robin Batman from the Build-A-Figure wave. So, the one with the really cool cape. Not the thin, soft goods cape from the 6-pack movie release. So, this is the one that came with the Mr. Freeze Build-A-Figure, and I just think this figure is really cool. Like, I've tried liking the other Batman figures of, like, I do like things about this one, but I keep going back to this one here. So, this is my favorite Batman figure, and yeah, it looks really accurate, and I have reviewed him, so you can check that out. You can also check out my favorite DC figures, but yeah, so there we go. And then coming in at number 7, we're going to take a little break from DC, and we are going to look at the series that started it all with McFarlane. We have Spawn, and this isn't actually a Spawn figure. This is technically a Mortal Kombat figure, but this is the Dark Ages Spawn. And yes, I know that the box and the actual name for the figure is Commando Spawn, but if you've played Mortal Kombat 11, you know that the skin is called Dark Ages, not Commando. But yeah, this is just a really fun Spawn figure. This is my favorite modern figure of Mr. Al Simmons. It's not my favorite figure from the Spawn line. Technically, this isn't even a Spawn figure. This is Mortal Kombat, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, this is a really cool figure. I like all the details of all the weapons and all of that. It does look accurate to the skin, and when I think of Al Simmons, I think of something like this. He's got, like, the traditional Spawn look. He's got the Capullo boot, but then he's also, like, really armed, and, he's got, like, these bandoliers and grenades and all of that, and he's ready to go to war. So I think that that's really cool, and, yeah, he's just fun to have, like, kind of standing there on the shelf, just kind of like that, looking all intimidating and stuff. So, yeah, he is my number 7 pick. Then coming in at number 6, this was my honorable mention for my favorite DC figures, and that is the Mortal Kombat Joker. And like I said, this is my favorite Joker figure that they've made. And it's technically not a DC figure, it's a Mortal Kombat figure, but yeah, this is my favorite Joker figure. I think it's really cool. I like how it's kind of like a neutral Joker, like, even though this is based off of a specific design from a game, you could really put him with your comic figures or even, like, movie figures. Like, you could put him next to a live-action figure, and he looks accurate. Like, you know, like, you could really fit this for any Joker, and that's the main reason why he's my favorite out of them. I also like the details of, like, the stripes on the pants, and then, like, the coloring on the inside of the jacket there. So I think that that's really cool. This is my favorite Joker figure, and yeah, he is my number 6 pick. So there we go, if he can stand. So there we go, that's number 6. And then coming in at number 5, we have another DC figure, and it is my favorite Harley Quinn figure, and that is the Birds of Prey Harley Quinn. And I think that this figure is really cool, really fun. I like the details, and I like how posable she is, and all of that. So there we go. She is my number 5 pick. Then coming in at number 4, we have another DC figure, and that is the Last Night on Earth Wonder Woman. And if you saw my video for favorite DC figures, you'd know that this specifically is my favorite design for Wonder Woman. Not Last Night on Earth, but this interpretation of it. So, yeah, I think that it's really cool, really fun, and, yeah, kind of like the Spawn figure. I like just having her on a shelf, just kind of like that. Just kind of standing there, you know, with the attitude and whatnot. So, there we go. That's kind of self-explanatory. Number 4 pick is Last Night on Earth Wonder Woman. Then, coming in at number 3, the top 3 now, we have another Spawn figure. This is Jessica Priest, also known as She-Spawn. And this is the release that came in the solo release that came in the big box with all the weapons. I don't have the one that came in the 2-pack with the Cygor because I'm not a fan of the Spawn Universe Cygor, but I'm a fan of this figure, and I think it looks really cool. And even though she's not holding weapons that came with her in the box, I think that it does look cool having her dual wield something. So, yeah, but I think she's cool. She's fun. And actually, Honey MC, you might have seen her in some other videos and reviews and all of that. When I actually got this figure, she's like, take a picture of that figure in a specific pose because I want to draw that. And so yeah, that was really cool. So yeah, so I really like the Jessica Priest, one of my favorite Spawn characters and one of my favorite figures. So yeah, she's going to stand something like that. There we go. So that is my number 3 pick. Then coming in at number 2, we have another Spawn figure. And this one, if you've been around my channel for a while, you'd know that I'm a really big fan of this one. This is Soul Crusher from the Spawn Universe line. And the main reason why I'm such a big fan of this guy is because he could really go with any display. Like, yeah, this is a Spawn figure, and he looks really good with Spawn figures, but you could put him with DC figures, and he would look good. Like, he looks good next to Last Night on Earth Wonder Woman there. But, like, you could also have him with, like, Mortal Kombat. Like, you could imagine that this guy is, like, a Mortal Kombat character, because he kind of looks like that. You could put him with Fallout. You could put him with really any of the McFarlane stuff, but you could also put him just, like, with other 7-inch scale stuff. Like, you could put him with Marvel Select figures, and he'd probably look good. I mean, if you even wanted to do something of have him up against, like, a NECA figure, like, I feel like you could make an argument of Soul Crusher would have a reason to go up against Michael Myers. Like, so this guy just has such versatility, and he's just so cool, and, yeah, I just really like him. So, there we go. I have reviewed him. Check him out, but, yeah, he's really cool. And then coming in at number 1, like I said, in my favorite DC figures, if you saw my review for this guy, you would know that I'm absolutely just a huge fan of this guy, and that is the Batman Forever Two-Face. And, yeah, this is my favorite McFarlane figure in my collection. It has a lot of sentimental value to me, but there's also a thing of, like, objectively, the detail is really good. Like, the scarring on the side of the face there, the details of the suit, and even the tie, and, like, all of it. It looks really good. And so I am a huge fan of this one. This is my favorite McFarlane figure in my collection, one of my favorite figures that I have in, like, period, out of any figures. So, yeah, he is my number 1 pick. And, so, yeah, there we go. That is my look at all of my favorite McFarlane figures that they've made in terms of, like, modern stuff. And yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, you like any of these figures, you have any of these figures, whatever it might be sure to leave a like. Let me know in the comments what some of your favorite McFarlane modern figures are. And if you want to subscribe, you definitely can. I do have plans to make a video going over my favorite classic McFarlane figures, like the old school Spawn stuff and whatnot. So there we go. So you could definitely subscribe. Stay tuned for that. But other than all that, I do hope that you enjoyed. I do hope that I'll see you all later.